The mother-daughter relationship goes through no crazier phase than the teenage years. Colleen O'Grady, a marriage and family therapist and recent survivor of her own daughter's teen turbulence, joins us to talk about her book, Dial Down the Drama, Reducing Conflict and Reconnecting with Your Teenage Daughter. Welcome, Colleen. So great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
How much of this book was inspired by your own experience?
A lot of it was inspired. I spent 10 years as a full-time youth minister, and I love teenagers. And then I've been a marriage and family therapist, and I've worked with all sorts of kids.
Including your daughter. There you are. There,
and yes, I am a mother of a teenage daughter.
I think one of the interesting things you raise in your book is that what can make watching your daughter go through adolescence particularly difficult is that you went through it yourself as a mother, and so you come to it with certain preconceived notions either about how you were or weren't successful,
yes,
and what you'd like to see your daughter do differently or the same as you.
Yes.
And she's got to somehow match up to that, right?
Yes. They're guaranteed to push against your boundaries.
Right.
Even if you think you're open-minded, they will find that edge and that they will challenge you on that.
And so they are hardwired to be dramatic then, so we shouldn't take it too personally.
Absolutely. I say they're hardwired for drama in 4 ways, a quadruple threat. There's the hormones, but most of it is their brain development, which is the undeveloped prefrontal cortex, which gives you an active limbic system. And let me explain a little bit, because people have heard that before, but everything that frustrates a parent, like not planning ahead, managing emotions, not thinking about, the big picture,
engaging in risky behavior.
And engaging in risky, it's because of that undeveloped prefrontal cortex. And also what that means is if that's not kind of online, they're spending a lot of time in the lower brain, which is that reactive brain that goes into fight, flight, freeze.
Now, how would you then recommend a mother, because a lot of the conflict arises from a mother seeing her daughter engage in actions and activities that she legitimately thinks is dangerous
yes,
for her. And
absolutely.
The child doesn't see it that way. She thinks she's completely ready for everything that she's doing. And so how do you then reassure yourself that your child is actually safe without overreacting and perhaps giving them some distance?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Fear is huge. And moms can go from 0 to 100 in a nanosecond, and I've lived it.
Right.
So what's really good is to be able to talk yourself off the cliff and really, what I call is dismantle the F-bomb.
That's a good one.
And so it's like, is it really true? What's the big fear? What are the worries around that? And you want to break it down into effective action, and then take action what you can do.
Right. And so how do we then also reinvigorate our relationship with some of the fun and the affection they had when they were younger? We take them to the zoo and out to ice cream, and it was fun, and now everything is stressful and conflict-ridden.
Yeah. Today, because of our busy schedules, a lot of times moms fall into being what I call the 24/7 monitor.
Right.
You know what that means?
I do. And every conversation starts out with it's almost as if, how do we rewire our conversations so that they aren't immediately critical?
Yes, absolutely. So you have to be intentional to create these positive connections and positive experiences every day, and you can. And one thing is I'm a huge believer in is anxiety is huge in our teenagers. In fact, they say 2 out of 5 teenage girls have significant problems with anxiety.
So be sympathetic towards that teenage girl who may act like she has it all figured out. She doesn't.
Yeah, we see the tip of the iceberg. So if we can make our homes places that they can relax, de-stress, be themselves, and downtime is huge. What they say is sleep is to the body as downtime is to the brain. You need it. So if you look for those little moments of downtime, your daughter will or your son will approach you, and there's like these positive distractions, like, hey mom, you want to watch this YouTube video of the cat?
Say yes. Yes. And watch it with them, yeah.
And it's really, really useful, because then we all know about those forced conversations where you say, how was your day? Fine.
Right.
But when they're more relaxed, they'll open up and they have these spontaneous conversations. And if you just listen and you and you're not monitoring them,
You can really learn a lot.
they'll open up and they will tell you the world.
Colleen O'Grady, thank you so much for all that great advice.
Yes.
Moms and daughters.
Yes.